I love you, but let's seek therapy. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Imai and today is BTV Tuesday. BTV is a series on my channel where I watch an episode of a TV show. It's been cartoons, but we could switch it up while I put my makeup on. Okay, so to address a couple things. Nothing that I ordered has come yet. The CD-ROM adapter and the DVD box set for Hey Arnold has not come yet. So the source material that I'm using for this video is going to be a little bit shaky. But I had pulled this off of online, so the timing is a little bit different and it's a bit dark. I'm gonna try and do my best to adjust it in editing, but that is what's with the source material this week. I still want to give you guys Hey Arnold even though the stuff hasn't arrived because I know you guys want it. So today we are watching Hey Arnold. We're watching the Cheese Festival episode. I gotta look and see, it's gonna be in the title of course, but I gotta look and see what exact episode this is. I chose this episode specifically because the antics in this episode are unlike anything we've covered before. I'm lying. When we did 16, it was kind of egregious like this, but I just wanted to talk about this episode because this is one of the episodes of Hey Arnold that sticks out in my mind when I think back on the show. So I wanted to do this one for you guys. So the episode begins and Gerald and Arnold are on the bus. Arnold is telling Gerald about how he plans to take Lila to the cheese festival, and Gerald could give a Gerald does not care. He literally said, I'm thinking about taking Lila to the cheese festival. He goes, good for you. Leave my boy alone. To be fair, he has on these big old headphones. So it's like, what answer did you expect to get, boy? Gerald doesn't care. And he's like, it's kind of a weird idea that you're inviting Lila to the cheese festival because, she doesn't like you. She just likes you. He goes, maybe after the cheese festival, things will change. It's very doubtful of him. And he's just like, well, I know how cheese brings people together. So I guess, just being the worst. I look like an insane person. I want support from my friend. So Arnold is still on the bus, fantasizing about the good time that they're gonna have at the cheese festival. And he's like, you know what, Gerald? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ask her tomorrow at lunch. And Gerald's like, okay. Like that Waka Flocka meme where he's like, okay. So the next day, it is lunchtime and Arnold is outside of the cafeteria. He peeks his head through the glass, that's on the door of the cafeteria, and he sees that Lila's not at her table yet, so he just starts practicing how he wants to ask her to the festival. So he looks back and he sees that she's sat down, and he goes in to talk with her and he accidentally runs straight into Helga and spills stuff all over her. And of course she gets to yelling at him. So he apologizes because he's a sweet kid. And he's like, I'm sorry, I just bumped into you because, and she's like, because what? He's like, because there's something important that I have to do and I'm kind of nervous about it. So he gets up and walks away, and Helga's doing her weird poetry alliteration thing, still sitting on the floor behind this food cart with food on her, and she has the napkin and she folds the napkin into the shape of his head. I'm like, I understand. I fully understand Helga and her character. Abusive dad, alcoholic mom. It was smoothies, but it was implied. I get it. Get this girl a counselor, please. I know this is probably how she copes with everything going on in her house, but my lord. First of all, that alliteration off the dome, you need a good role model to support you in your poetry career, babe. But this folding napkins, bubblegum shrine thing, I love you, but let's seek therapy. Or at the very least, a guidance counselor. Or a good friend. Let's get the ball rolling on some help for you. Hit that alliteration with the D's and the W's. W alliteration, wise and wonderful, what? Get this girl into Harvard. So he goes up to Lila and my boy is stuttering. He is so nervous. She's out here finishing his sentences for him. But you know, this is courage. This is what courage is. He's doing his best. So this like liquid metallic liner shadow, I'm like scared because I feel like if I don't use it fast enough, it's gonna like stick, you know, and not do what I want it to do, and like dry in place. Well, Helga is still watching from behind this cart as she's, oh my god, as he's asking her, and like you can peep her. You can peep her in the background as he's asking. And then when he's done asking, they like go to the vending machine to like get her something to drink or whatever. And she's like, how dare he ask her because she's so sweet and funny and pretty and nice because she's also nice. That you are not that. You always treat him like this is not, I don't know what you think you were going to achieve by being awful to him, but it's not invites to the cheese festival. It's not that, babe. So still sitting behind this cart, she vows to go to the cheese festival and sabotage their date. And she says by the time she's done, Lila's gonna hate him. And she's like laughing maniacally behind this cart. By the way, I'm wearing clothes. You just can't see them. And then someone moves the cart, and now she's just like sitting on the floor, laughing like a menace. So at the cheese festival, Arnold suggests that they go on the bumper cars. And she's like, well, I haven't done this before. And he's like, yeah, well, the aim of the game is to drive the cars and just bump into everyone else. Like, it's fun. And she's like, that seems mean. I'm like, Arnold, why do you like this girl? She's so bored. What do you mean? That seems so mean. I could never do that. Like, girl, it's bumper cars. Like, to be fair, if she was like, I don't want to, Arnold should have been like, okay, let's not. But like, girl, that's so mean. I don't want to do, like, shut up. And of course, Helga is around, so she is like playing literally like GTA, like banging into him. And then Arnold like apologizes. He's like, I'm sorry, that couldn't have been any fun. And she's like, you know, you didn't give in to violent temptations. I know it's hard to see, but like, I got the dots going. I don't know how it's gonna look with my lashes, but we got the dots going. We're getting into that artistry bag that y'all wanted. So they do the 3-ball like toss thing, and Arnold is like determined to win something for Lila. But before they start playing the game, Helga goes behind the booth and she glues the three bottles together so that when he tries to hit them, they don't knock over. And like, my man's is boom, 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 hitting it every time. And why did no one go up and be like, something's not right? Like, why didn't we check it? Because my boy was low-key Babe Ruthing it out there. But he didn't win anything. So the guy who operates the machine gave him a toy, like, or gave him a prize because he felt sorry for him. And I'm like, what? Y'all, you don't see nothing suspicious here? Well, Arnold suggests that they go on the tilt-a-whirl, and she explicitly says, you know, I get a bit queasy on the big rides. And he goes, oh, I've been on this before and it's not that bad. That is subjective. And also, she was just talking about how she ate a bunch of cheese. And also, the girl said no. No! She said she didn't want to do it. And Helga goes to the ride operator. He goes, oh, I thought I messed up my eyeshadow. He goes, hey, mister, some of the kids are complaining that the ride is too slow, so you should crank it up to extra super duper high. And he's like, I knew it! I told them it was too slow, I'm gonna crank it up! I'm like, sir, this girl is 9. Why are you waiting for this opportunity? Like, why are you so pressed? Why are you so mad? So he cranks it all the way up, and of course Lila's getting queasy because she just ate all that cheese, and she already gets queasy on big rides, and she just bleh, all on Arnold. So Arnold cleans himself off, and Lila is still insisting that she had a good time because Arnold was being so sweet to her about the whole throw-up thing, and she's just still having a good time, and Helga is hot. So she decides like to turn it up a notch and continues to follow them around. and they are on their way to the Tunnel of Love, like, boat ride. And he asks Lila, like, are you sure you're feeling well enough to go? And she's like, oh yeah, it'll be fine. So they're getting into the boat ride, and Helga's creepy ass gets in the water and drills a hole into the side of their boat. And as this is happening, Arnold and Lila are getting in the boat, and she's like, you know, I love boat rides because this is the only time I can ever really get in the water because I never learned how to swim. So the boat ride like starts, and the boat like starts going off, and then we see Helga in the water like like, this girl is oh my god, please, like, one role model, just one role model. At this point, I'm even like, one good parasocial relationship, something, like. So they're on the boat ride, and Lila's just so taken aback by how romantic it is, and all like the stars, and it's so pretty. And as they're riding in the boat starts filling up with water because Helga's little tricky trick. And she is like, like, she is kikiing. She is cackling. Like, this is a good time for Helga. Like, baby. She, like, grinning. Like, Cheshire cat. Very, like, girl, this is another level, babe. This is... So the boat, like, derails off of the track it's supposed to be on, because, you know, those boats are, like, on a track, and they go the certain way or whatever, and it falls off, like, one of the little waterfalls that are at part of the ride, but homegirl can't swim, so he's, like, saving her, like, big and dramatic. Big and dramatic. And the whole time, Helga's like, I am pleased with myself. She's like, I kind of killed it with this right now. Like, this sabotage thing, I'm kind of killing it. Like, proud of herself. They're doing their little Jack and Rose thing. Like, are you okay? I'm okay. And then they're like, we can stand up in this water. And then they stand up, and she's like, oh, Arnold, you saved me. And then Helga's like, in the boat watching this all go down, and she's like, why do my evil plans never work? And I'm like, maybe that's a good thing. Because now the way you're upset is kind of making me feel like the end goal was for this girl to like die or some shit. Like, you made it difficult for them, so that you should count that as like half a win. Not me being on her side. I finished my face. I don't know if y'all could tell by now, but I love like a sultry sunken in under eye. Don't talk about it, okay? But I love like a sultry sunken in like under eye, so I'll never be the girly to have like a nice clean like, it's always gonna look like this. Yeah, Helga's antics really could have got Shorty killed this time, and I'm here for the debauchery. All right, I'm here for the foolishness. However, safety, baby, like, this is like kind of menacing. Like, before, I don't want to say before, but like sometimes her pranks be like, okay, you're doing too much, but this isn't like inherently harmful. Like, this one wasn't good, babes. Let's get you to see someone who can help you with this. I don't know if it's translating the same on camera, but I feel with this eye, I feel very like beach babe. I feel like Malibu Barbie. One thing I can say though, it's really sweet to see Arnold as this like gentleman, like just courting her. But he did, like, every time she was like, no, I don't want to do that. Respect her boundaries. Just don't do that. Like, I don't know about the tilt-a-whirl. I get queasy. Okay, we don't have to do that. I don't know about the bumper cars. Like, it doesn't feel... Okay, we don't have to do that. Like, why does this man keep telling her to do things, like convincing her to do these things that she just doesn't want to do. There's so much to do at the cheese festival. Like, honestly, I'm the type of girl, like, I'll do bumper cars, but I'm not a roller coaster person, especially on like a fair, because I don't trust a roller coaster that you can pick up and take somewhere else. Like, I need it nailed to the ground. I need it stable. I need to know that, like, it's gonna, like, it's not going anywhere. It's not gonna break down. Like, you keep taking this apart and putting it back together way too many times for my liking for it to be safe. But I'm the type of girl that we could just eat snacks and talk and walk around, maybe do bumper cars, maybe do a Ferris wheel. But I'm not the excitable type either. Believe it or not, I'm not the excitable type. You didn't, like, why are we having this girl do things that she doesn't want to do, and then we're shocked that she didn't have a good time doing them? Like, she spun it in a nice way, like, she had a good outlook on the things that happened, but if it were me in the situation, Helga would have been successful. Like, I wouldn't have hated him, but I would have walked away feeling like, damn, I didn't have a good time. And I did a bunch of things that I didn't want to do, and I expressed that I didn't want to do, and I ended up doing them anyway. So I would be disappointed in myself for not, like, standing my ground and being like, hey, I don't want to fucking do the tilt-a-whirl. And then I'd be disappointed that the guy that claims to like me is being like, oh, no, let's just do it. I'm like, I thought you were trying to impress me. Like, why not? Why are we doing this? I just said I don't want to. I don't know. Let me know if I'm dragging it. Chances are I kind of am. But, like, how are you gonna claim to like me and then be like, well, let's not do anything that you want to do, and let's take all my suggestions. Like, listen to your shorty, and maybe you'll have a better time next time. And I don't know that I have anything more to say. Helga, therapy. Let's work on that inner child and the outer child. Let's work on you. Let's just, like, let's get you some help. And Arnold, listen to your babe. This is the girl you like and you want to impress her. Let's do more of the things that she wants to do. And that's it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll get more Arnold episodes when my stuff gets delivered. I gotta go because my battery is dying, but I will see you guys on Thursday with another video. We're doing advice, the first episode of my series called My Advice. So I'll see you Thursday. Bye.